Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. I gotta make sure I sound okay because my audio was just messed up. I think it's because it was picking up on my camera and my mic. So let's see. Okay, guys, welcome back to my channel. Sounds so much better. I always have some technical difficulties, especially if I don't check my stream, then it's just really a mess. Anyways, my hair is driving me crazy. Um, I just got back this week and we're about to leave on vacation again in a few days. So I'm rushing to get ready. It's so hard to pack for me and two kids. But we are taking a vacation to the Dominican Republic. And yeah, it's just gonna be me and my two kids. And yeah, we're trying to get ready for that. So, anyways, I figured I would come on here and do a little advice video before we leave because I'm not going to be able to go live for a while. But basically, I'm going to give you all the tips on how to save money. And this is really important, especially if you are a young adult, especially under 30. I am not a licensed financial advisor. I do have a finance degree, an accounting degree, an MBA, and I'm a certified fraud examiner, but this is not professional um, advice for being your financial advisor because I am not licensed. So just take it as you will. I'm just going to be giving you tips that I've learned and also that I have used and am using. So let me pull up all my notes because I wrote them all down just so I wouldn't forget any because I'm always forgetting something. Okay. So basically, the first one is common knowledge. Okay. You you have to know yourself in order to do these tips. But the smartest thing to do is to get a cash back credit card. This way, when you spend money on cash, gas or groceries or anything like that, you will get some money back. And obviously, you need to pay this off every single month because if you don't pay it off every single month, you're going to be in serious trouble. So if you feel like you're not the type to be responsible and you're scared to get a credit card, then you can, when you apply, you can set a limit. So say you want to set like $1,000 or like $2,000 limit, you can do that just so you don't go like super crazy every single month and you don't end up getting yourself in a hole because this is to help you save money, not it's not, it is a line of credit, but it's not supposed to be for a line of credit. It's literally just to get cash back. So do not spend money you don't have or can't pay back. At the end of the month, it's literally just to save money on like your basic needs. Um, Usually you can get a credit card with, if you get 5% back, that is really good. And also you get points and rewards and all types of benefits. So this is good to have all like your daily necessities to spend on. Don't go and buy like something super crazy and then be making the minimum payments every single month. You are going to get yourself in a hole this way. They charge so much um, for interest. And yeah, it's not to be used as a line of credit, even though it is a line of credit. It's literally just to get your cash back and get all the rewards and perks that the credit cards have to offer. So obviously, if you have a retirement account, through your job, such as a 401k or something similar, and they are matching what you put in there. Some companies will match between like 3 and 5%. You're going to want to put as much money in there as possible, as at least up until what they're going to match. Just because that's literally free money. So, say if they match 5%, you're going to want to put the 5% in there. Just because if you do anything lower, then you're not receiving like the full potential and it's free money. I mean, it's really calculated into your salary pretty much when they like hire you and do the how much they're going to pay you and their budget and everything else. So you're going to want to use all of it. Okay. If you don't use all of it and max out every single month, then you're not getting basically your whole salary because it is obviously factored in. Um, so that is going to be your first savings account that you need to set up for retirement. And all these tips are for, let me just say, 30 and younger. Obviously, it's never too late to start saving, but people think they're too young to start saving. It's something they don't need to worry about now. And the truth is, you need to do it now because you're young and you're capable of working and you're at your full like capacity, okay? When you get old, who knows? You could have health problems. You might not be able to work. You might have like a whole list of problems. Girl, your knee might need to be replaced, your hips gone bad, your back hurts. Like you could have all types of problems. Do it now when you're young and healthy, okay? Because so many old people set themselves up for failure because they're 70 years old and their house is not paid off. They can't work anymore. They're not well and they're like relying on family or trying to get someone to help them out and like you don't want to be this, okay? You need to start saving now. That way, when you're that age, you're set up. You don't need to worry about anything and you can just go and enjoy your life. Obviously, still enjoy your life now. These tips are not to like make your life miserable or anything. Part of life is enjoying it. So, I'm not saying like live like you're poor or like don't do anything fun. Obviously, do all the fun things, but make sure these things are set up in place. So, at least when you're out having fun, you know, like, oh, I already got this stuff settled and taken care of, and I am doing the things I need to do. And that way you won't feel behind either. So, on top of the retirement account, you're going to want to have a high yield savings account. You can find these all online. Make sure it's accredited and secured, and you're going to get your money back in case something happens. Um, but a lot of high yield savings accounts will offer like 4 to 5%. They also have them through like Discover, Capital One. Those are a little bit lower than the ones you can find online, but obviously just find like the best savings account that fits your needs. So you don't want to have your money sitting in like a checkings account where you're not earning any interest or just a regular savings account because usually that doesn't earn any interest. And when it does earn interest, they try to make it seem like a big deal when literally it's like not my makeup brush. It's like the lowest of low. Like you might as well not even be earning interest. That's how low it is. So don't just have your money sitting in there. They try to like make you act like you're getting something special. Girl, it's not anything special. You can go and get a lot more interest somewhere else, but you need to have a high yields savings account. This is like your account where you should have a lot of backup money in, backup expenses, bills or whatever. You're saving up just in case you need it, but put it into a high yield savings because at least you're going to be making money off of that account and you can also like pull it out. It depends on which account you sign up for, but a lot of times they don't have any like penalties. Obviously, that's why I say do your research and look into what account is going to fit your needs best. If you think you might need this money soon or whatever, make sure you look into the details of the account just so it fits your needs, whatever, you're looking for. Okay. Roth IRA is next. This is when you pull it out, you're not going to get taxed because your taxes do not, it's not like a tax write off when you put the money in. So basically, you're still paying money on the taxes. You're not going to write this money off, but when you put it into the account and say like 20 years down the road and when you want to pull it out, then you don't have to pay taxes. So they always say Roth IRA before traditional IRA. Traditional IRA would be next. Basically, you're going to be able to deduct that off your taxes now. And did I just say that wrong? Yeah, so you're gonna deduct that off your taxes now, but then when you go to pull it out, you're gonna have to pay taxes on it. So, but both of those are good accounts. You can basically put the money into whatever type of savings funds you want to. If it's mutual funds, stocks, bonds, whatever, you get to choose where you put that money. But basically, the accounts are just giving you like there's perks. Okay, so I use Fidelity. Vanguard is another one. Um, I'm pretty sure you can. I'm not sure where all you can get the Roth IRAs. I know they offer it at like regular traditional banks. You're gonna have to look into it. I just put everything with my like savings, my retirement. And I try to keep everything together just because when stuff is like all over the place, it's hard to remember like where you got whatever. I've been trying to downsize and keep my money in like the same few places, and just to be more organized. But obviously, like you're gonna have to find the best account that works for you. Um, okay, so once you have the retirement and then you have the Roth IRA, you have the traditional IRA, then you can open up a brokerage account. Basically, this account you're gonna invest. Okay, this is like your investing account. It doesn't have as many perks and benefits as like the Roth IRA. The Roth and traditional both have like I know the Roth at least has like a 7,000. It's a little bit more this year, I think, max. So you can't put more than like 7,500 or whatever they upped it to a year into your account. So once you max those out, if you can max them out, then you're gonna want to open a brokerage account. So basically you can do the same thing. You can do it in Vanguard. You can do it in Fidelity. You can do it in the same place. I would recommend trying to keep it all together just so you can be organized because then you're going to need to like hire a financial advisor or someone to keep your stuff together because you're going to be all over the place. So basically, you're going to open a brokerage account once you max everything else out. And this is where you're going to invest in more mutual funds, stocks, bonds, whatever you want to do. Obviously, if you're not like super into stocks, you don't want to invest in something that's going to be super risky because kind of like gambling, but it's obviously more regulated and safe. But you're going to want to invest in something safe, especially if you're not studying this stuff all the time. So like the S&P 500, for example, it offers like 10 to 11.5% return every single year. That's just an average. Obviously, like I know in 2022 it was like down a lot, but then like the next year it's like super high. So this is just an average. You could obviously lose money um and gain money. Usually the gain is 10 to 11.5%, like average it out. But this is not money you're gonna put somewhere and then think you're gonna like pull it out in like a month and be rich. Absolutely not. It's literally like another type of retirement. Oh, sorry, I'm basic. So, and the best advice I could give you is do your own research. I'm just trying to give you like a layout of accounts and what your options are. But you're gonna have to research yourself because what people tell you on TikTok or the internet or whatever, it's not gonna fit your needs, obviously. And then people on like TikTok, for example, there's so many scams on there, which we will talk about in a different video. But a lot of it is they're trying to get you to invest whatever type of coin, stock, whatever they're gonna scam, okay? Whatever's gonna make them money, they're trying to like talk you into like investing. This is gonna get you rich and all of that, which you guys have to stop falling for this stuff. I know it sounds good, but it's literally too good to be true. They're scamming and they are probably gonna pull all the money out, and then you're gonna be left with nothing and they're gonna be left with everything. So do your own research. The S&P 500 is one that I invest into. There's other like safe investments you can make, but I would recommend like investing in some of the biggest ones just so you know it's safe. Obviously, the return is going to be lower than some of the ones where you get in early and it shoots up. But unless you study these things, I would definitely not recommend doing that because this is to save for your future and like your retirement, not to get rich overnight, okay? That's not what this video is about, and I'm not trying to set you guys up for failure, so I would not even recommend that. Another thing a lot of scammers do online, especially TikTok, everyone gets on TikTok and pretends to be like super rich and you know, they say, let me tell you how to become a millionaire, sign up for my course. Half the time, like their whole business is that course, but that's besides the point, okay? Most of these people that are coming online and like pretending to be rich don't even own their own home, and they think they have like trained themselves, and they have trained other people to think like buying your own home is not a good investment, which is absolutely insane. Obviously, like I bought my first house when I was, I think, 28, and I should have bought it sooner, but I didn't. Um, I had many reasons. One, I didn't know where I wanted to live. I didn't want to be stuck somewhere. And yeah, I was just kind of like all over the place. Once I figured out where I was going to live and settle down, then I ended up, buying my own house. But that's like a lot of people's excuse. They don't want to get stuck somewhere. They don't know where they're going to be. But it's like, hello, have you never heard of a starter home? This is very, very common. It's when you buy a house that's like obviously not your dream house. It's literally just to get you started in like the home buying, the investing in real estate, because essentially buying your own house, that's what it is. You're investing in real estate. Obviously, you need to the only time that's good to wait is like for one, you need to buy in a buyer's market. You never want to buy in a seller's market because in a few years you're going to be screwed on your house because you're not going to have any equity. You're going to pay way more than it's even worth, and then you're going to have to wait years and years and years for it to turn around back into a seller's market for you to even sell your house and not lose a bunch of money on. I'm not saying just buy a house to buy a house. Obviously, you have to make sure it's safe. It's a good time to buy, and it's a good house to buy, okay? You don't want to go and buy like a mansion or a crazy house as your first house. Literally just buy a starter home, a home that's maybe like 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms, I don't know, whatever fits your needs, whatever that may be. Something, it doesn't have to be super new, it doesn't have to be super nice, just something that's like stable, and the inspection was clear, everything's looking good. You're going to have equity in your home right away, especially if you buy it in a buyer's market. A lot of times they will pay for your closing fees. That is what I did as well. So I saved like a bunch of money because I did not have to pay any closing fees. I just paid a down deposit because at the time when I was doing my loan, the first time home buyer, I think their interest rate was like a lot higher than the conventional loan, so I just did the conventional. But obviously, like this is things you're gonna have to look into. You can get a first time home buyer's loan where you don't even have to put like a down deposit on, or it's way less. Um, so yeah, these are all options. Just don't go and buy something that's like you're gonna go bankrupt and your house is gonna go into foreclosure. That's another thing. You can also buy foreclosed homes. You have to do your research onto these because they could have issues with the deed. They could have liens on the houses. The houses could be terrible. But there are a lot of nice houses that do go into foreclosure, and then obviously they sell for way less because the bank is just trying to get some of their money back. Some of these you have to pay cash for, and some you can finance like a regular house. But you really have to like do your research and study that if you want to go that route, just because it can go wrong if you don't know what you're doing, but it also can go really good if you do know what you're doing. And that's how a lot of like investors start buying, property and real estate and like rentals and all that because they can get the house for a lot cheaper if it's foreclosed, and then eventually they can just end up like paying cash for all their homes. But anyways, that's besides the point. The first step is to buy your own house. It doesn't have to be super nice, like just a place where you're comfortable in, you like it, it's a good vibes, it's a good investment. You're probably going to have equity in it in a few years, which means you can sell it for more than you paid for it. But renting, and I rented for a long time. If you're paying like $2,000 in rent, it's just absolutely insane. Like every single month, you're literally just throwing that money away. At least if you buy a home, then you are investing into property, and eventually, say if you keep that home forever, then okay, you buy it when you're 30, your home loan is 30 years, then you're 60 and your house is paid off and you can retire and you don't have to worry about where you're going to live and how you're going to pay your house. So there's so many benefits. Obviously, you can sell it in a few years, make money, but you don't want to just like throw your money away um with renting. And then this is one of my main tips is I know I lose some people at the mindset, but 80% of your reality is mindset. So, one thing I like to do is to reward myself with gifts. If I have like a goal and I'm like, let me do X, Y, and Z, and it has to be a big goal, like not something silly, then I'll reward myself with a gift for reaching my goals. Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm about to go take some medicine really fast because I just feel like my throat. Okay, I'm a little bit better. Um, I feel like I'm getting like a cold or something, and it feels like I'm losing my voice. But anyways, rewarding yourself with gifts for reaching goals. Usually, it could be like a money goal, or it could just be like, if I do X, Y, and Z for 5 weeks in a row, or if I do this like 10 times in a row, I'm gonna get myself this, and like nothing too crazy, but a lot of people spend on like we're just consumers, right? So we just spend all day. We get on TikTok, we get on social media, and we just see advertising everywhere. We just want everything we see. So instead of just buying stuff you're never gonna use, try, and I'm like guilty of this. I'm on TikTok late at night and I think I really need this thing, especially late at night. That's the worst time to buy anything. At least sit on it for a few days, see if you really need it. But we buy so much stuff we don't even ever use. So I started like sitting on stuff for a while and seeing if I really want it. And then I started doing like a goal way, like a strategy, basically what I just said, like doing something for so many weeks and then you can reward yourself and buy it. Obviously this is like a good way to reach all of your goals as well, and then you kind of get like a little reward for yourself. And the last is to think more positive. People surround themselves with their problems and they think like, oh, I'm never going to be able to save. Like once I get ahead, it's something else, or like it's always something. Like that's people's favorite line. It's always something. Like, okay, it's always going to be something if you don't stop thinking like that. Instead, try to change your mindset and think like, oh, I'm so happy that I'm able to pay all my bills, or I'm so happy that, I'm able to even pay my car. I'm so happy that I even have a car to pay, or, you know, try to think of it in a positive way, like, oh, thank goodness I have the means I can pay this bill, or like I get to, pay this and enjoy this. Try to rewire the way you think so you don't see everything as in like a negative way every single time you have to pay a bill or you feel like you're getting behind. Try to see it in a positive way, because at least if you are paying bills, you do get the benefits of the bills, right? Like you do get the house, you do get the car, you get all the things you want, even though you have to pay for it. I know it can like get annoying. But also if you're saving money, even if you don't have a lot of money to save, you even if it's a little bit, and you're doing these tips and you got yourself a credit card and you're getting cash back and you're putting a little bit of money in your Roth IRA or your high yield savings account or whatever it is, at least like in the back, oh, like even though I have all these upcoming expenses, I feel stressed out, at least like I'm still helping myself um every month or every week, or just try to get into a habit of helping save for your future, even if it's not a lot of money, even if it's you feel like you don't even have money to do these things. Try to switch the way you think about things and do a little. I'm like, obviously, you're not going to wake up and have thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions to put into like a brokerage account, okay? Do a little bit at a time, a little bit at a time, and then one day you'll realize actually did the things I was supposed to do. Actually 50, 60 years old and not in a financial disaster, and I can actually retire and like have a house and retirement money. So don't wait till the last minute. Do it now. I know it sucks because you don't really get the benefits now, especially when you're putting your money away in like savings accounts and investments and stocks and bonds. Like you're not going to see that money for a long time, but at least you can have like some positive outlook of you're building yourself up for your future. And that's all that matters because I see so many people get themselves in these horrible situations and then they fall victim to these scams of their Bitcoin scam or whatever, like, oh, invest this and you'll have enough money for retirement, and then they put their whole life savings and boom, it's gone. They have nothing left and they can't even work no more because they're too old. You don't want to be in a scramble hurry at the last minute. Do it now. The younger you are, the better you are. You just need to get into the mindset and eventually it will come all together. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna do another video of like all the scams on social media, obviously when I'm feeling better and get back for a vacation because right now I'm just gonna try to rest and not get super sick so I can go and enjoy myself. And that's what life is all about, right? Just balance. Like work hard, but also make sure you enjoy your life as well. And yeah, just try to have a better outlook and take this small little steps, even if they seem pointless. Eventually, they add up over time. So that's pretty much all I have in this video. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.